Hi, I'm Stephanie, the creative girl behind the designs. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, thanks for stopping by. And if you haven't already done so, I would truly appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification alerts so that you know when I post my next video. So today I am going to be working on my April currently page for my, I'll say Frankenplanner all-in-one planner. And I'm also going to be popping in a few tabs or decorative papers behind my tabs. And then if time permits, I may do my currently page of my creative journal, but we'll see how far we get today. So I'm just going to pull some of these things aside. I also pulled out the washi. I had a plan for this page, and then I realized I was keeping the currently page of the Celestial Planner, which has a bold font on it, and then that kind of altered what I was going to do with my idea. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to pop in some of these tabs, so they're not tabs, but they're going to go behind my tabs, and get that decorated up a bit. So this one here, I decided I wanted to put this one first because it's just so pretty. And I'll show you in a minute. So I'm just going to pop some papers out here, get these in. This won't be on each tab that I have, but I think I did just about most of them. So the thing with these they're just going to be the decoration behind either my tab or this vellum. So see how pretty that looks with the cover from Live Love Posh. This is the berry pink cover, and it's super pretty. Really love this cover. So I decided to put this in the background just because I felt like the flower really went with it pretty good. I also have like labels to put on my tabs. I'll have to get to that. So for example, let me show you. So this is a tab, but it won't have any paper behind it because it's just a task list. And so let's see, this one, I just need to, did I have anything in here? I think I did. Yes, I did. Well, let me just quick slip something in here. Okay, so this is, and I'm not going to label them. I'm just going to, keep them as they're plain. So what I did with these two is I cut these down. They came from a paper pad from Michael's, and I don't know if you can tell, but I have some packing tape. That's all I did was I put some packing tape on the edge before I punched it, just to give it a little bit extra sturdiness as I'm popping them in and out. Maybe they'll last a little bit longer. So I just cut them out, put some packing tape on the disc edge, and then it was done. So that was this one. Let me go to my next tab. Okay. I do have some papers in here that I'm just trying to work around. Let's see. And move these scissors aside. The pen. Okay, so next is this pretty cover. It's got a little bit of teal in it. And so this is just going to give my planner just an extra dose of pretty when, I'm getting to that tab. And then let's see, my next tab is my content planner. So that one is going to have this pretty little bird paper. So here it's, again, it picks up a little bit of a teal color. And that's going to go, and because I'm putting this in, I think what I'm going to do is, so for example, with this one, I'm just going to show you quick. So see how I have vellum on there? So, and that's my word of the year. So I'm just going to keep that there. this paper would come out, but because I'm also getting into my planner reaching its capacity, I think I'm going to take this out. I may take this out. I haven't decided yet. Let me go to the next tab, which is the content ideas. And let me make sure there's nothing there. So much information. Okay. So this one here is going to be this pretty planner paper. And I just like that. So although my tabs are frosted, it just kind of gives it a nice look. And I feel like these colors go really well with the planner cover. And then next is the store. Let me pop this one out. All right. And then also, let me put that there. And then this one's going to have this pretty green floral paper. So that just looks pretty too. So pretty. Okay. We're getting there little by little. So this will go to the side. And then I've got this, which, as you know, this was my 2 videos ago, I believe it was. This was my spring cleaning tracker, and I'm just gonna share something quick. My daughter wanted to do one, and so she created her own little tracker, and this is a cute little tracker she made. Obviously, she's very good at drawing, and so that'll go in her planner. So this one, I think, is my last. Oh, actually I'm missing one because I did add a tab back in. So this one's gonna go here. Let me see what my next, maybe I might wanna, daily sheets. That's my creative journal, which I'm not gonna cover. I think I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna leave this one like this for now, just because this is my extra pages. I will need to cut a new one. This section here is just purely extra papers. If I need them, I can grab them out. Okay, and then I have my creative journal, which I am not changing anything on because I do like this tab I created for it. And then behind this is just the butterflies and blooms, smaller bookmark tabs. So I'll put these papers aside. Okay, so now that I've added in just a little bit of decoration, what I'm going to do is pull out my April currently page, and that's the page I'm talking about. So I'm just getting my planner closed here. It's giving me a bit of difficulty. It's so full of paper that it's sometimes hard to get it closed. So this here was this is the one I'm going to work on today. And as you can tell, it's this bold font. And I was concerned that the original idea I had was not going to work with this. So I'm just going to go with another idea. And when I do that, I'm going to be working from my Fleur sticker book, Happy Planner sticker book. And I may or may not use some of the tape that comes from Fleur. It's stuck in there. There we go. So I may or may not use some of these tapes here. I think it was because of that tape. Okay. So I'm just going to set these over here. And I may or may not use some of these. I do think I'm going to use this quote. And even though I'm going to be styling it in flowers, I may use some umbrellas as well. So I'm going to start off, my idea is with using a monthly dashboard, as I call it, layout, which is just plain called monthly layout from the Happy Planner. I have like a dashboard I really reference regularly. So this is not something that I look at often. So it will not have on it anything that I may not need to look at on a daily basis. So this is going to be a lot of just purely decoration. And that will incorporate mostly the florals from the sticker book. So I've got, this one here will match the tab. So I'm going to use the flowers that go with the tab for April. And that means I'm going to be using, I think I'm going to use these first. And then I also have these washi strips that I may use at the bottom. And then I wouldn't have to necessarily use this one. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes as I start laying down elements. And of course, the first thing I'm going to get put down is the florals. So I'm going to grab this one. I'm on the edge, so I'm going to grab this one. So because I like to do floral layout spreads, I'm going to try and minimize cutting any of the stickers. I may have to at some point, but I'm going to try and minimize it. So I'm going to get this one over here. And I am not going to cover this up because I am going to be making notes related to this topic, so I'm not going to cover that up. And then I'm also going to keep this one. So let's see. Oh. Okay, never works when it hits the paper before you're ready. All right. So I'm just going to kind of work this one into this corner. And I'm not worried if I'm writing over here, because again, this isn't something I'll be referencing on a daily basis. So I'm going to trim this off. All right. And then I'll keep this little bit of sticker just because you never know. I may use it somewhere. Just going to kind of get it back in here. Okay. And then for sure, I'm going to be using some of these cute little butterflies and dragonflies. I am going to put this one in this lower corner here. And I'm going to try and avoid the disc where the discs are punched. So I think that'll work. And then, oh, let me get there is a box, a couple boxes I need to get in here, into this main area here. And I'm also going to use, I think, this quote in that area. So I need to keep that in mind. Because again, although it's, you know, April, Easter, I just want to do more of a spring concept. I'm going to grab I need a long, not that long. I'm looking for a long box that I think this will go well. Okay. I'm going to put a couple boxes in here because in this area I'm going to be listing out some of the things, the projects from the prior month that I didn't get completed. So I'm going to be putting this one, and I'm going to use the quote underneath it. So this quote is going to go somewhere in the middle. So I'm going to use this edge to guide me, so hopefully it goes on straight. All right, so before I put this down, looks straight. Hopefully it is straight. All right, and then I'm going to grab this particular sticker pack. I don't know. I want to say it came out of a spring book. Not the spring book I used in the last video. But I'm pretty certain it was like memory keeping or maybe spring. I just don't exactly recall. Let's see, I think I'm going to put this here. Okay. So, I am going to do sort of a similar one with the Creative Journal dashboard as well, or currently page. I always call it a dashboard. To me, it was a dashboard, but it's really called the currently page. And then I need to grab a few extra boxes for the top. I think I'm going to kind of stick with this, you know, kind of rich burgundy color. So I'm going to grab this one. Hopefully there's more. Yes. Okay. Grab these two. The only downfall with this side being plain is you don't know if you're getting it on straight. Okay, so why don't I do it this way? If I start from the top, it should be theoretically straight. Hopefully. If I work off of that one being the assumption that it's straight, let's see, would this go this way? I think it came out of this way. So we'll do that this way. It is straight enough. Okay. One other thing, let's see. I'm just going to pull the book off from the camera edge just so that I can take a peek through it. All right, so I'm going to put this one up here. It's easier sometimes if I just put the sticker book off to the side. So you may hear during the video, we're having, there's apparently some bird fights out there, or spats, because they're all wanting to get into the few birdhouses we have across our porch. So I've been listening to them all morning, just kind of go crazy about that. Okay, so, oops. Let's see, what else have I got left? I was going to use one of these umbrellas, but I'm really not seeing that this pink is going to match now. But this cute little polka dot one might. That might be able to work. I don't believe I have any more. I'm not going to put in any more boxes, so let me take that out. I do have some flowers, but they're really kind of big. So I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get them on there. So let me put in one of these. Is it small? Yes, it's small enough. So I spent my morning here getting laid out for the remainder of the month. I'm on a path for getting back on track, and so, you know, I'm not doing this behind schedule anymore, hopefully. And so let's see, I don't think there's any, yeah, there's no small flowers that I can edge over here. But what I wanted to do was take my, funny thing is I just found these in my craft room today. I was doing some organizing, and these are Micron 08. So it's the same Micron pen as the 01 that I use frequently. It's just a 08. So I'm going to use this. Let me dot something first and make sure it's not going to be too big, because I have an idea. Yeah, that's not bad. I'll work with it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just create a little, like a little trail from this quote, like the butterfly was flying this path. It's a little tight in there, but that's okay. You get the idea. All right. So I'm going to check and make sure there's no other flowers. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else I can get on there. So let me grab this off to the side. And let's see. Oops. So I think what I'm going to do, this is small enough, these washi strips in here. I mean, I could use these, or, you know, you end up having all this washi and then it never gets used. Let's see, what is the sayings? I think I might try this one because it has a saying in it. So spraying, you know, is for bloom. This has bloom in it. So let me use this for on the bottom here. Just to separate the two sections. So that side I'll trim off. And actually, instead of using my scissors to do that, I'm going to use my craft knife because I want to get it right up to the edge of the box that I put down. And all right. So I'm going to trim this edge off. So the nice thing about springtime is there's just always something about spring that, you know, it's like when it rains. I think I told you, you know, for me when it rains, it's really it feels renewing. And it just kind of like cleanses away the dirt and grime, and you just kind of start fresh. So that's kind of how I'm feeling, and I want to convey that across my currently page. And I am just looking to make sure there were no other, because I don't want to overcrowd it, and I don't really want to, although I think what I may do, I know, as I just said, I don't want to overcrowd it. I think, let me see if one of these little, I have these little floral boxes in here. And they're really pretty. Let's see if I can fit this down in here without disturbing either the header or the dates already at the bottom. So it is just barely gonna fit. Just barely gonna fit. So let's see if I can get it on straight. I have to put it so that I can go down here as far as possible. So it does cover, yeah, it does cover one. I'd rather cover, I guess, the important dates at the bottom than up here. So let me go ahead and start up here. Yeah. So it did kind of cover the one date up down here, but I'm not worried about that. What I am going to do is take my Micron 01, and I'm just going to kind of gently bring this swirl. I mean, it's a little darker than what was there, but that kind of works. I'm good with that. All right, so that was, and I don't even think I've used those boxes before, so that was nice to be able to get that in there. And that box isn't entirely straight. You notice these things after the fact. Or I should say I noticed these things after the fact. But I think it was going to be hard to pull this up. I may try, you know, that's my thing. I just got to keep it in mind that I may have to fix something at the bottom then. Okay, so I'm going to drop this in down here. Just kind of a little inspiring quote. So before this sits too long, and again, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get it up. Let me see if I can get this pulled up without too much damage. And that's not going to happen. All right, well, I guess it is what it is. So I'm going to put that back. And then I think really I've reached what I can put down. Other than I was eyeballing this one quote. Where did it go? I just saw it. Let's see. This little quote here. But as well, as I said, I wanted to put, oh, my washi's everywhere. Here we go. Let me put that aside. So let me also grab my spring book, which had the bunnies in it. Let me see if I can get a bunny in here. Somewhere. Let's see. That may not work for me. I'll keep it in mind. But I'm looking at this one umbrella. Let me just see if I can make it work, because the other colors wouldn't work on here. I think this is probably the closest. So let's see if I can do this here. I'm trying to line it up with the edge of the difference between the two boxes here, because then I feel like it'll be semi-straight. All right, and then lastly, I come down to, again, my boots. I think I'm gonna I gotta have some cute little boots in here. So I'm gonna put these down here, fill this in. And actually what I'm gonna do is trim the edge off of the bottom just so it's not sitting on top of the sticker. Okay. All right. So yeah, I was going to put another box here, but I really wanted to get the umbrella on here. And I don't know if I want to put that up here. Usually the clear stickers are pretty good about coming up. Sometimes the box ones, like this one, was not so cooperative. Okay. Let's see if I can get this put up here better. I think it just would go up here. Makes more sense up there, and then I have more room down here to write. It's all curled up. Let's see if from this end it's straight. Looks pretty straight to me. Yeah, I like that because I'm going to draw down some raindrops. So I think I'm good with this. And as always, you know, I do tend to, I get off camera and then I kind of play around with it some more and decide really, you know, how I want to put it or make it permanently. And so I think what I'll do is I'll stop for now. Sometimes good enough is good enough, and I forget that. But I really do like how it came out. And it has all the elements I want. I do think I'm going to put kind of a little, I'm going to letter in maybe a little quote down here. I have an idea. But for the most part, this is going to be my currently page for my Frankenplanner Frankenplanner for April. And I'm looking forward to filling it in. And then at the end of the video, I'll have like the finished page and what it will look like as I go into the month that we're in now. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it has inspired you to create a spring-inspired dashboard for your planner, whether it be Easter or spring. And I hope I've inspired you to do something creative today and every day, and to create your beautiful life one plan at a time. Thank you for watching.